So we sometimes think we need to glue a whole bunch of stuff on a picture to create texture, or uh, you know, paint on wood or something. And uh, I want to share with you today and show you how much texture you can create just by a little planning and just using gesso. That's thick white paint. Um, when paint, when you're painting on a surface that you've texturized with gesso, you can have some amazing textures. It's just hard to see it until the paint gets on there. So let me show you what I mean, because I think this could be really, really helpful. So let's say I have a picture. And I'm going to take gesso, which is just white paint, and I'm going to paint. Before I start painting, I'm going to put all this paint on here. And I'm putting this paint on pretty thick. And I like to give it a minute or two to kind of start drying a little bit. It's still really wet, but I want it to be really thick. And you can only make it so thick, but just give it a minute or two to start drying. Now, once this is starting to dry, I can come in and I can make some marks in here. And I'm not pushing hard, I'm just leaving some marks in the wet paint. It doesn't seem like there's much texture here. It's hard to even see them. But this paint, because I'm scraping into it, this is going to really show up when we start adding paint to it. Now I can take other marks if I want and press things into it. It's like I'm just painting white into white. It's kind of fun. This is all done before I start painting, of course. Now, I can also, there's so many different ways, different things that I can press into this. So for example, I can take a wire brush and I can just make some scratchy marks. I can take some paper and maybe a piece of tracing paper. And I can put it on and press it on. And then I can just remove it. And it takes a lot of the paint away, right? You see that? I haven't even started painting yet. Now, I can also take a shape cut out a piece of paper and I can put it on there. And then I can take it away. Now, let's let this all dry. Okay, so once you've gotten this, there's my texture. Now it's all dry. Now just come in and paint, right? Like if I just come in and start painting on top of this, right? Like that texture is underneath there. I can use a paper towel to wipe some of this off. And you can see how we start to see the texture, especially with the darker colors. So if I come in, and what I love is you just do a painting, and because and just ignore the texture, and it's sort of fun to see where the texture can kind of show up. You start to get some pretty amazing things. Now, I can also, if I really want to have it, if I go, let's see, down here, get all this amazing texture. I use the paint kind of thin. All that dark paint soaks into those nooks and crannies there. And we really start to see it. So this is not very, this paint, the white paint is not very, it looks like it's these huge gouges in it, you know, but it really isn't. Now I'm removing the paint here, but it starts to really show up. And create richness. Now, what can also look kind of amazing is if I come in and I paint areas that are not very textured. I can control that by not wiping it away or not letting that, just let the paint go in. You can see how great it looks with that texture. Having areas that are smooth. Creates a really nice richness. And what I love is that this texture is always here. It's always down there. So if I want to go back into that and get it, I can do, there's all kinds of ways I can go down there. I can sand back into it. You can see how it comes up. If I want to see that better, I've got this texture now that I can bring out and use. Look at that. Look at all that texture that's being created. There's little nooks and like valleys and little places that are lifted up that catch the paint. So I can take red, for example, and I can take some sandpaper, and I can come in and highlight that with red. Look at the richness, look at the detail. This would take so long to paint. And if you feel like, oh my God, I have too much texture, well, now I just come in and paint thicker, and I don't have to have any texture at all. And that looks so good. Texture looks so good with areas that don't have texture. What a cool thing. And I'm not using wood. I'm not using collage. All I'm using is paint. A little planning and having some experimentation before I start painting can create some pretty amazing texture. So if you guys let me know how this works with this texture thing. I love texture. It's so easy. It's so fun. And it's so surprising. You never know what you're going to get. And speaking of never knowing what you're going to get, we have an amazing Art to Life Artists free Facebook group. And when you go in there, man, you can't believe the work that's being done in there. We have artists from all over the world doing the coolest stuff. I mean, miniature things, sculpture, I mean, photography, texture stuff. Um, anyway, it's pretty amazing, and everyone's invited. Click on the link below and come join us. It's just pretty cool. So hope to see you there. And leave a note down below of this texture thing, if this is something you do or has it got you fired up, and let us know how it goes. Okay, thanks a lot. Hey everyone, if you found this helpful, I have a whole lot more to teach, share, and inspire you with every single week. So please join the Art to Life YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Okay, great, let's do this.